Welcome to the Mindful Makeover podcast. My name is Robilio, and I'm your host. I am also a licensed clinical social worker, personal development author, life coach, and public speaker. I am committed to bringing you insightful conversations that will help you move forward in your life, turn your dreams into reality, feel good, and live your life on purpose with purpose. If you're ready for healing, empowerment, and transformation, you're in the right place, so let's do this. Hi everyone. Oh my goodness. I cannot even believe that I am sitting here recording a podcast. It feels like it has been months and months and months and months and months since I have had the time and the headspace to sit here and record an episode. But with all of that being said, I feel so grateful that I am back. I am in a place of feeling inspired and motivated. And so I thought that for this first episode, being technically the first one of 2021, so sidebar, Happy New Year, I thought I would share and just have a real conversation with you all about how important it is to take ownership in pouring into your cup every single day. And the reason I'm bringing this to you all today is that going back into 2020, we all know all the craziness that was going on in the world, the pandemic, the this, the that. And for most of us, it put us in a position to have to shift things quickly. And on top of, the worldly events that were going on, life was still happening. And so for me personally, I had a lot of things going on in my personal life. Some exciting, some kind of like blah, I don't want to be doing this. But at the end of the day, it was life. Life was happening as it always does and as it always will. And for me, inevitably, I found myself falling off track with the things that I do every single day that really keep my cup full, such as my daily journaling, staying in a place of gratitude, exercising, being intentional, staying committed to my practice of mindfulness, eating healthy, taking my supplements, you name it, right? All the things. Because I was moving at a pace that was so fast, before I knew it, the weeks became months, and then the months became like more months, right? And here I am, April 2021. And the truth is, I was not doing all the things that I teach. I was not doing all the things that I know I have to practice in order to stay feeling good, in order to stay in a place of clarity, in a place of connection, in a place of health and wellness. So today I want to talk about this because I think that, people like me, being a person in leadership, being a person who feels completely aligned with the purpose of sharing and helping others, it's sometimes easy to forget that we have to take care of ourselves. Even if you're not the person who's in a role of leadership or is, in some type of business or has a brand where you are sharing to help others, just life in general gets busy. Whether you're a mom, raising children, working full-time, going to school full-time, or just trying to find your way on your journey of healing or working towards recovery, whatever that might look like for you. It is so easy to fall off track. And something that I noticed for myself, specifically over the last couple months, I was really, really, really feeling unmotivated. It was hard for me to get out of bed some days. The alarm clock would go off, and I kid you not, I would hit snooze until it was like, oh crap, if I don't get out of bed now, I'm going to be late for my client, or I'm going to be late to get to the office, or whatever it was that I had going on that day. And I wasn't following through with all the stuff. And so that's why it was hard for me to feel motivated, and why it felt like I was having to really, really dig deep to find inspiration. The truth is, I haven't been feeling good. I've been feeling blah. I've been feeling kind of just like, what's the point? Am I really making a difference? What am I working towards? And, as I sit here today, I feel much, much better. Hence why I'm recording this podcast, because the reality is I didn't have the energy, I didn't have the headspace or the clarity to record up until this point. But I'm bringing this to you all today because I think that transparency is everything and vulnerability is key. It's a strength. It's a strength to be able to sit here today and admit that I was falling into my own depression. I was falling out of alignment with my why. And that's only human of me. And I know that if I was struggling with this, then it's likely maybe you are, or somebody you know is. And so the message I want to share with you all today is that no matter who you are, where you are in the world, what type of work you're doing, whether you are active in your recovery, whether you feel like you're on the journey of continued healing, or maybe you are stuck in your addiction, held back by your anxiety or depression, feeling lost and confused, not really sure about maybe who you are or what you're wanting to work towards, all I have to say is find the inner strength to truly acknowledge and honor where you are, to be gentle with yourself, to reach for better, whatever that looks like for you. Reach for better, even if better is today I'm able to make my bed and yesterday I wasn't able to, and therefore I am better today, right? Or maybe it's today I have a little bit more energy, and because I have a little bit more energy, I'm going to allow myself the space to exercise or move my body for 10 minutes. And I wasn't able to do that yesterday, so today I'm better. Or maybe it's I'm finally going to pick up the phone and return that phone call of my friend who called a week ago, and I haven't had the energy to talk to him, her, or them. And today I have a little bit more energy, so therefore I am better, right? Whatever it is, wherever you are, reach for better, understanding that your reach, it doesn't matter how big or small the reach is. A reach is a reach, just like a step is a step, right? No matter how big or small the step is a step is a step. And so I just really encourage you to be where you are. Honor that place where you stand. Acknowledge the feelings that come up for you and do your best not to judge yourself. And this is where, if I'm honest, I was really messing up over these last few months. I kept putting this pressure on myself that I'm supposed to be doing more, and I was stuck in the should, right? You should be doing this, you should be doing that. And all that was doing was preventing me from being able to start, whatever the starting was, whether it was, personally making my own bed, or following through with something, or recording another podcast, or just checking things off my things to do list. I kept feeling like I should be doing more, I should be doing more. And because I felt like I should be doing more, I wasn't really doing anything at all other than the obvious things that I had to show up for. And so, I think there's a lesson in that for me and possibly for you, that the reality is the human mind is always going to tell us that we should be doing more, we should do this, we should do that. But it's really up to us to just start, and it's up to us to allow ourselves to rest and to have grace for ourselves and to love ourselves no matter how we are showing up that day. And something that I'm reminding myself is the reality is when we feel blah and down or depressed or just like, I'm not into it today, sometimes we have to show up, right? We have an office to get to, we have children to take care of, we have husbands, wives, partners, we have responsibilities, and sometimes we're forced to have to show up for those responsibilities. But I can't highlight enough how important it is to allow yourself time to just be and to rest. To just be and to rest. And what I have found is that when we allow ourselves to just be and to rest, sometimes that is exactly what we need to be able to bounce back, to be able to start or continue whatever it is that we're working towards, no matter how big or small. And so, I really hope that if you're listening to this episode today, it's resonating with you in some way, and that you will honor where you are, because the reality is we are all on a journey, and the journey never ends. And sometimes the journey is easy and it's fun and it's exciting and it's exhilarating, and we wake up naturally feeling motivated. Our feet hit the ground and we're ready to run. And then life happens, and sometimes it happens fast and unexpected, and we feel like we get knocked down, or we get taken off track, or we lose our routine, or we fall out of our routine and we lose that structure. And when we lose that structure and we fall out of our routine, sometimes the comeback is so hard. It's so hard. And that's where I just was. had so much going on in my own life that for whatever reason, I just fell out of my routine. And then I was like, okay, where do I start? It's like looking at this huge mountain, feeling like, how the heck am I ever going to get back to the top where I just was even a few months ago? But the reality is this: you get back to the top by taking that first step. You take that first step and you take that first step, not looking at it like, oh my gosh, I'm starting all over, or I have failed. No, you're continuing, you're bouncing back, you're choosing again, you're starting over. And that's what this is all about. Life is a journey. I used to think that quote was so cheesy, like it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. But now I understand that it really is all about the journey and being where you are and choosing yourself no matter what it is that you need in that moment or on that day. So I love you guys so much. I can't even put into words how grateful I am to be where I am today, in a place of feeling connected to myself, aware of the support I have all around me energetically. And, I'm here because I woke up Monday of this week and I was like, okay, it's got to be different. Like, I've been feeling so blah. I keep saying I'm going to record an episode, and every time I sit down to record it, I just sit there like, I don't want to do this. But this week on Monday, I told myself, I was like, you know what? I'm the one who teaches I teach people how to get out of that place of living with dread or waiting for Friday or living for the weekend. I teach people the importance of what will come when you get into a routine, when you create structure for yourself, when you move and live with intention. I'm like, I do this every single day. It's what I've built my entire life on, helping others do this. And for a long time, I've been helping myself. I've been on this healing journey for almost a decade. But the truth is, I don't always have it figured out, right? And I think that's part of healing, is acknowledging and being open and honest when we are struggling. And so truth is, guys, I've been struggling, but I feel much, much better today. And the reason I feel better is because I recommitted to just starting. I finally went to the gym today. I haven't stepped foot in a gym in over probably 6 weeks. Sure, I've been doing a yoga practice here and going on walks and riding my bike, but today it felt different. It felt different to be back. I woke up with a whole new mindset. And, just in a place of really following through with pouring into my own cup. And you guys know, if you've been connected with me for a little while, you know that I am a huge believer that in order to pour into the cups of others, whether it's our clients, our family, our friends, our children, a stranger passing by, no matter what it is, we have to be intentional with pouring into our own cup, because if not, you'll end up how I just was, completely drained and exhausted. So here's to pouring into your own cup. Here's to choosing yourself. Here's to starting no matter where you are in your journey. And here's to being reconnected with you guys in the form of podcasts. It feels so good. I love you guys so much. And stay tuned for the next episode. I am not making any promises about how often I'm going to be recording, but the one thing that I told myself is that I'm just going to show up when I feel like it's time to show up, and when I feel like I'm inspired to show up in the form of sharing on a podcast. But for those of you who want to stay connected with me, I invite you to join me on Instagram at mindfulliving.now. I am consistently sharing on there, and you can always go to that space to find different mindfulness and wellness skills, tips, and much more. I love you guys. Wishing you the best today and always, and keep choosing yourself. Be back soon. Thank you for joining me today. If you found today's episode to be insightful and inspiring, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And I kindly ask that you please leave me a review so together we can help the next person. To learn more about my products and services, check out www.themindfulliving.com and come connect with me on Instagram at mindfulliving.now, where I share daily inspiration, mindful skills, tips, and more. Until the next episode, stay mindful and always remember the power that lives inside of you.